Here we go. We're on the road.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's right, isn't it, buddy?
Woo!
If you could stay on the road.
Yeah, it's not driving itself. It's kind of hard to keep it on the road. We are on our way to Scenic Campground in Sioux City. We are pushing the limits of the car. I like to do that.
Our final destination is Black Hills in South Dakota, but we have to stop in Sioux City because there's no superchargers.
Yeah, they've been talking about getting a supercharger there for years.
It's time.
If you look at some threads on Tesla, there's some angry Iowans or South Dakota people that are not very happy with Tesla.
Yes.
Which, whatever, it is what it is.
If you're not towing, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
But if you're towing, you can't make it to the next supercharger
Yeah.
without stopping at a campground and charging.
For the night.
For the night, overnight, getting full range on the car. There's two routes that we could have gone, and one route would have taken us up through Omaha, and we would have stopped at the supercharger and charged there, obviously, and it would have been fine. But Steve likes to take the more difficult route.
Yeah, that would have added probably close to an hour or longer to driving. So if I can slow down 5 miles and make it 20 some miles further, I'm fine with that.
Let's drive.
Yep, let's
Grab
hit the
that.
road again.
So it's about 5:45 a.m. I don't know if you can hear it anymore, but it was just pouring down rain. They issued a flash flood warning, and we're staying at a riverside campground, but I think it's just for small streams and stuff. Anyway, this is when we wanted to get up anyway to get going down the road, so I made us some coffees, got dressed, and now I get to go get soaked getting into the car. Steve's already out there unplugging the camper in my raincoat.
Wind is much worse.
Yeah, colder.
Again.
We made it on the road.
Yeah. But we're headed from Sioux City to Sioux Falls. That's our first leg of the trip. And then once we get there, we'll hit the supercharger up and head on to Mitchell from there.
Yeah. So we'll see how the rain affects our range from here to there. But I can see the end of the clouds, so I don't think we're going to be in it too much longer.
Yeah, and we're in a headwind too, so we'll just take it easy in the first part and then get going after that. Down hook on this one. There was one person just right on the edge, or we wouldn't have had to at all.
Yeah, as we were driving up before we could see the supercharger, Steve's like, somebody's going to be parked on, that one person's going to be parked on the
Pessimistic.
end. And then, sure enough. But anyway, it was okay. Like, there was a good spot for us to pull over here and park the camper, so it didn't work out too terribly.
Plus I get a little workout in the morning.
Yeah. And it really honestly only takes us maybe 5 more minutes to hook and unhook as he's crawling into the car. But we did relatively well even with the rain. We made it with like 12% battery left, and we only started with like 80 something. Do you remember what we started with?
No.
But anyway, we started with...
We did better than I thought.
Yeah, we did better than we thought, and we were able to bump up the speed to 60. Yeah, we'll put numbers up for you and stuff, but he's almost done, so I better go do my job. So we're trying to decide. We think that we probably should not park. Okay, so we want to go see the famous Corn Palace here in Mitchell, South Dakota. So we want to leave the car. So we don't think we should probably... We're kind of out in the middle of the road.
We're taking up 3 spots.
Yeah.
There's nobody here, but 2 people could show up, and then there's only 1 left, so...
And since we want to leave and go, like if we were here to monitor the situation, I think we would leave it. But since we want to go see this Corn Palace, we're gonna move it and then get the bikes out. So we should get going on that so we can go see the Corn Palace while we charge. Well, we took the e-bikes and came to the Corn Palace.
Yeah, from the supercharger they said it was close, but
It seemed a little farther than
Yeah.
we thought. If you have e-bikes, you can do it,
Yeah.
but otherwise, it's probably a little ways away from there. But it is massive, and it is all made of corn.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go check it out. The world's only corn palace. It was unique, that's for sure. I mean, if you're driving through, it's worth just running up and stopping and seeing it. I think the kids are going to enjoy it, which I just realized we have not told you where our children went. We left them in Sioux City. No, they did. I mean, yeah, we did. But we left them with Grandma and Grandpa. Since they were just basically going to be able to drive straight through, and they didn't have to wake up quite so early. We thought they'd be less grumpy if they got to sleep until their normal time and then get up and start driving. So we left them with Grandma.
Let's be honest, we wanted alone time.
It's like a date night.
I've been away from them for
a
long time. We love them.
Yes, we do love them, but you know, quarantine. But
I have a question. Pre-Tesla stopping at every supercharger, would we have went to that place?
I probably would have said that I wanted to, and you probably would have said no.
I know that's the case.
I would have been like, oh, this looks cute, we should go there. And you would have been like, we should just get there.
So it's changing my ways with this, which is good, because before it was point A to point B as fast as possible, and you know,
there are cool places along
there.
There
is, and you know, luckily we had the e-bikes, because that was a little bit longer than
it would have been.
They made it sound like. You definitely could have walked it, but it would have taken you 15 minutes just to walk there.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you walk there, your car would have been charged, and you need to walk back.
First one we don't have to unhook.
So he says.
She's a little worried about it. I'm not.
I think we're good. Now we're gonna go.
The parking lot is wide open.
Go eat it. Yeah, it is. It's actually a beautiful location.
Look at that.
Yeah. That is the Missouri River. I did not know the Missouri River was that beautiful in any spot. So we're going to Al's Oasis. Wall drug's so busy. Not the supercharger itself. Although if it was busy, we might have been out of luck because they've blocked 3 of them with some kind of festival thing that's happening.
No, there's only, well, with this car in the way, there's actually only 1, 2, 3, 4 available out of the, what, 7 that they got?
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever.
Anyway, if you're coming during Wall Celebration, just be aware that they set up big tents and stuff right where the supercharger is. So, but we're gonna go explore Wall Drug and then hopefully be on the road here in a little bit. But we're almost to our destination.
Yeah. Last charging! Yay!
Woo! All right, let's go explore. The things you don't notice until you're videoing and you realize you've never taken the 30-day tags out of the window.
But the license plate is on.
It is.
Anyways, let's
COVID, we didn't, it took forever to get a license.
We are here.
We are. We made it. We didn't die on the side of the road.
I can't believe it.
No, we knew we were gonna.
Did we?
Okay, there were times, but
one of the cool things is, like, coming up in here, the grades can get somewhat steep, not crazy like Colorado mountainous area. But anyways, you can't tell anything's different with the car.
Because you don't hear it downshift or anything. You don't hear it working harder. So the only indication that the car is working harder is that it goes up in consumption, like into the thousands. And you're like, oh, yeah, we are going up a steep grade. So.
But it ended up being perfectly fine. So,
yeah, but the kids really want to go golfing now. We have been reunited, so we better go golf.
Yes.
But I think this is the end of video 1. So, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. We've got a lot more adventures with the Tesla coming up.
Yeah.
I don't think we say see you on the trail anymore.
See you on the trail.
We can still say see you on the trail, huh?
Yeah, let's just say that.
See you on the trail.
Bye.
Mom.